So when you first notice that you're having symptoms, you should say to yourself, I need to be tested. Within Allegheny County, there are places you can go to be tested. There is a website on the county health department website where all of the community-based free testing sites are located. You do not necessarily need an appointment, and you don't have to have insurance.
I say this to everyone. We are here to see you and provide care without regard for your ability to pay. So should your sliding fee show that, okay, you owe $20 today, and you say, I don't have $20, we don't turn you away. That's what we're here for.
Right now, there are two kind of general ways that you can be tested. You can have a rapid test, which generally is also called a rapid antigen test, and those tests typically are now nasal swabs or sometimes oral swabs where they swab the inside of your nose or your mouth with a Q-tip. Those results are typically available to you within 15 to 20 minutes. The other test is called the RT-PCR test. PCR stands for polymerase chain reaction. So it takes a sample, it then puts it through a machine, and whatever the genetic material is, if it's there, it amplifies it to a detectable level so that the machine can detect it. Those results need to be sent to an outside lab.
So here I have a PCR test, the one that is more sensitive. Whether you've been exposed or you're symptomatic with COVID, this is a good test to do. The rapid antigen tests are better if you're symptomatic, like you've had symptoms within the 7 days. So knowing the time frame of your symptoms is important as far as deciding what kind of tests you do. We've been blessed to have these tests that are oral tests. There's a little swab here. You can do it yourself. We have drive-thrus and we hand the packet to the patient. They open up the packet. It comes with a swab here. And you take the swab, and for 10 seconds, you're just supposed to rotate it in your oral cavity. Try to reach every surface. The roof of your mouth, your tongue, underneath your tongue, for a good 10 seconds. And what you do, and I probably should have did it ahead of time, is you put it into this tube, this transport tube that has the median in it. And so as you can see, an elderly person with arthritis may struggle to get all this open, but you put it in there and you cap it. You put it back in the bag, and the bags have lot numbers. This is how you identify the patients. And this is just to absorb it. If there's a spill inside, this would just absorb it. This is what's sent to the lab, and usually we can get our results back in 1 to 2 days. And the results come back to the patient, not to the doctor, they come to the patient. We also can go on the Allegheny County website and they get the results. We can look them up, but they go to the patient. Sometimes the patients get the results before us. Really easy. I don't have a rapid antigen test, but they're similar to the pregnancy test that we do in our office. They're a card, same swab here, that is done nasopharyngeal in your nares, in your nose, and you put the swab in a card, and there's a reagent that you dip 6 drops, and you get a reading within 15 minutes. And just like a pregnancy test, 2 lines is positive, 1 line is negative. But remember, with the rapid antigen test, really they're better when you're symptomatic.
Our numbers were not high for a very long time. So I think people thought, oh, we're gonna be okay. Only to find out that African Americans were not being tested as much as we needed to be. And so we started to advocate and begin to say to churches, can we open up our churches so that if people felt a lot more comfortable in coming to the church for a test, that's where we would do the test. And in fact, we just did over 300 individuals at Bidwell this past weekend. And so I think when we can say that there are people that they trust, they will come and they will begin to get testing, and we've seen that over and over again.